If you serve your spouse, you might lose your house. That's what we're going to talk about right now. My name is Bobby Buchanan. I'm the host of Illinois Divorce TV. I'm also a practicing divorce attorney in the Chicagoland area. And today we're talking about ways to serve your spouse, or ways to start the divorce process. Not necessarily serving your spouse, actually, because serving your spouse could set off a huge explosion. It could be the match into the gasoline that erupts and causes a very tumultuous divorce. This is high stakes diplomacy that we're talking about here, and this is why some people can get their divorce done on their own and they don't need attorneys, and why other people can't get it done on their own and they do need attorneys. Now, there are other reasons to get attorneys and not get attorneys, the complexity of the issues involved mainly. But attorneys play an important role if they are doing their job correctly in a divorce, and there is a correct way to do this. And that is to be a diplomat. A high-stakes diplomat, a hostage, FBI hostage negotiator. A skilled attorney is going to be able to go into the situation, understand what's at play, understand the different emotional triggers that are at play, and start the divorce appropriately so as to not make it blow up. There's certain attorneys that have no intention or inclination to keeping emotions cool in a divorce, and they actually will do whatever it takes to stoke the fire. But the smart way to start a divorce, if you want to get to your new life quicker, if you want to get to chapter U quicker, is to be a peacemaker. To figure out how you can position your divorce, position the offer of divorce in a way that opens up a conversation with your spouse. Most likely your spouse, even though they don't have the fuzziest of feelings for you, they want to move on as well. So if you can let them know that their interests are going to be served by this movement forward and by cooperation, and you can make it not about you but about them, then you have a good chance of keeping the embers from erupting into flame. But if you serve them straight off the bat and they become embarrassed by it, maybe that you serve them at their place of work or you serve them at home and the neighbors see, then they could react poorly. And actually, once you file a divorce, they're going to start getting letters, because there are certain attorneys that advertise. You can look this up on it's public record. As soon as someone files for divorce, there's a list that is disseminated to any attorney that wants to buy it, and those attorneys start sending letters. So there's your embarrassment right there. I mean, we all know that we're not the only ones that look at our mail. If you live in a building or something like that, oftentimes your mail is placed in a place where you can see. I used to live downtown Chicago, and sometimes letters were just left out in the open. I can't imagine how I would feel if a bunch of letters that were clearly from attorneys started showing up when nobody else knew that I was going through a divorce. It's just not something that we want to share. And so if you can start this matter privately and do it in a sensitive way, sensitive to their feelings, so that they feel respected in the process, and they feel like you're not trying to give them the short end of the stick, then there's a much better chance that they cooperate in the entire process. And when I say serve your spouse, lose the house, what I'm talking about is in situations where they do get embarrassed, they lawyer up, the lawyers dig in, they start fighting back and forth, and at the end of the case, you sell the house and all the proceeds go to the attorney's fees. It's completely unnecessary. It's super frustrating when I see it happen because it's unnecessary. And it doesn't need to happen to you in order for you to get to that next chapter. Drop a comment below if you want to talk more about this. I'm happy to help in any way that I can. I'll see you on the next one.